Today we are going to be learning about visualizing. Visualizing is when a person is reading words and without looking at the pictures, they can see a picture in their mind. For example, when we read the book Owen and Mzee last week, remember when I would read a page about the hippo and the tortoise, and before I even showed you the pictures, you thought in your head of what Mzee and Owen looked like. This is called visualizing. Not everyone's visualizing will be the same, and that's okay, because people may have different ideas of what something looks like based on how they have seen it before. Now, I'm going to describe a scene to you, so everyone pay attention. There's a student in class who is writing in their notebook with a pencil at their desk at school. Now, I want you guys to turn to each other, and I want you to say what came to your mind. Like, what gender do you think the student was? What hair color did they have? What colored notebooks do they have? I want you guys to talk about that to each other right now. Okay, does everyone have an idea? Now, someone can share their ideas. Now, we're going to read a book about hurricanes. Has anyone ever seen a hurricane before or know what one is? Well, there are different categories of hurricanes that do different amounts of damage. And today, as we read, we're going to think of the author's words and be able to draw a picture in our minds. This is an anchor chart. And it says that when you visualize, you can see pictures in your mind while you read. So there are 5 different categories of hurricanes that we're going to read about in this book today. Every time that we get to a new category hurricane, we're going to draw a picture and they're going to go into each of the categories. Okay, so I'm going to start reading this book to you guys. This page we're just going to listen to. Many hurricanes have devastated cities and towns with strong winds. Usually there are heavy rains. Storm surges cause the greatest damage. They are huge walls of water forced up out of the sea, devastating everything in their path and on occasion altering the shoreline itself. In 1972, Herbert Safir and Robert Simpson developed the Safir-Simpson Hurricane Scale. This scale ranks hurricanes in categories from 1 to 5. It has permitted meteorologists at the National Hurricane Center to predict the likely impacts of an approaching hurricane. Okay, so now we're going to go on to this page. And as you guys can see, the pictures are covered. So as I'm reading, I can't see the pictures, and I'm not going to know what's going on. So a Category 1 hurricane has wind speeds up to 74 miles per hour. There may be a very strong storm surge and rains that can be up to 5 feet. There is damage to trees and to small buildings. So in my head, I thought about all of the rain. So I am going to draw a bunch of rain on my paper, just like this. And then I also saw that there are some trees down. So I'm going to do my best to draw trees laying on the ground. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take my Post-it and I'm going to put it under Category 1. Just like that. Now I'm going to hand out Post-its and colored pencils to everybody in the class. Now that you all have one, we're going to go through the rest of the book, which is Category 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you guys are going to come up with your own pictures in your mind. And then we're going to have some people come up and put their Post-its on the anchor chart and then explain what they drew.